Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Today it's going to be a game between Somicron and oldsmelly on Blueshift, the latter edition. Bottom left-hand corner, the red Protoss player named oldsmelly. And in the top right-hand corner, the blue Zerg player named Somicron. Somicron is the co-host of the Falcon Paladin Hour. You can find a link in the description. It is me and an Australian named Somicron talking about StarCraft, talking about video games, talking about books and movies and TV shows and anime. It's basically a very, very nerdy podcast. If you're interested in that sort of thing, go ahead and search Falcon Paladin in your podcast app or using Google or Bing or whatever search engine you use, and you will find it. Okay, so Somicron mains Terran. He's dabbling in Zerg right now, and he is not very good. And he submitted this for Into the Void. All right, so extractor pool here from Somicron. He's going 12 poolia. He's going 12 poolia, old smelly. 1 gate expand is not very good against a 12 pool. Better wallop real quick. Ooh, probe scouting. Probe scouting is very, very nice in this situation. Okay, if you're watching this and you're not a Grandmaster or Master level player, worker scout. That is all. That is all. Just tell him Falcon Paladin sent you. Alrighty then. Pool up. Metabolic boost researching. How much money do you have, Somicron? Enough to make some Zerglings. That's for sure. Are you making a queen? But he's continuing to drone up here. All right, so this is not optimal at this point. If you're going for an early pool, as soon as the pool is done, you really need to make some Zerglings. The whole point of an early pool is that you put pressure on your opponent. Oh, crap. Where did my production tab go? Did I just lose it? Did I lose it forever? Production got moved down here, guys. I guess it's down there now. I should probably learn some of these hotkeys. I know a lot of them, but some of them I don't know. All right, so production lives down here at this stage of the game. I don't know why. We'll figure it out later. Okay, the point is, you need to put pressure up on your opponent with those Zerglings. If there are Zerglings crunching at this wall right now, it would be really bad for old Smelly. They probably could have got here maybe even before the wall was up. But at this point, if you're just going to drone up like this, it's just not optimal. If you're just going to go for sort of a just make a lot of drones and maybe get a couple lings out for defense, go for the hatch first play. Anywhere from like 15 hatch to 17 hatch is going to be just fine at this level. 15 supply, go for a hatchery, then go for your extractor and your pool, whatever order you want, honestly, at this stage. And this will be a much better macro style opening. You'll have more workers. In the long run, you'll be able to get lings out. These lings are not really doing much at this point is the problem. Producing a stalker here is old smelly so they can sit behind the wall and shoot at Zerglings that are trying to shoot him in the face or claw his face off. Oh crap, that's not a wall! Oh no! Old smelly has the feel that every Protoss player has sometimes wherein, oh crap, that's not a wall. The Zerglings coming on in. Okay, the probes need to fight for themselves right here. Good job actually bringing the lings away, not engaging fully with the probes. If you just A move onto them, you're going to die. That said, the stalkers are here, and you're probably going to die anyway. So, decent little attack here. Waited till speed was done. Managed to get on in. A bit of a lucky break for Somicron. Killed a couple probes, but really not all that many when you get right down to it. A couple more probes are going to die here, and the Zerglings are all cleaned out. Oh crap, another Zergling is here trying to kill this stalker. These Zerglings could probably join the party too. Somicron sitting on 785, nope, hang on. Yep, 785 minerals, 860 minerals. His income is incredible, but he's not spending it very well because he's only on 1 hatchery. You really need that second hatch, man. You need the second hatch way before now. If you're going to go pool first, go for, oh wait, he macro hatched inside the main. What the what? This is questionable ethics from Somicron. Okay, if you need a second hatchery because you can't spend your money very well, which, yes, that is very true, expand, man. Just go to a place where you can actually mine. Overlord trying to come in and scout. Stalkers say, get out of here, Overlord. Get your face out of our face. And double gas from our Protoss player, old Smelly. Not really doing much with it right now. He's got double gas. He's sitting on 400 gas. He doesn't have anything that he can spend it on. No robotics facility, no Stargate, no nothing. If you're going to have that much gas, you really need to tech up to something past the cybernetics core in order to spend it. You can't make enough stalkers to spend this much gas, especially if you're off of 2 gateways. Is he not getting warp gate? He did it. Upgrades. Yeah, no warp gate. No warp gate, you guys. Holy Schenectadies. All right, Baneling Nest coming in. If at first you don't succeed, says Somicron, make Banelings. And honestly, that's not a bad strategy. It's ones that I kind of subscribe to from time to time. is if you can't kill them with your lings early, get a Baneling nest. Although this is Stalkers, and Stalkers can absorb Baneling hits exceptionally well because they don't take bonus damage from the Banelings. Banelings do bonus damage versus light, like Zerglings, like Probes, like Zealots, and Adepts. They do no bonus damage versus Stalkers. They hit them very weakly, all things considered, and they can absorb a ton of Baneling shots before they die, especially if there's a shield battery with full health sitting here healing them up. So the problem is, this is still not a wall. You really got to put a Zealot in here, make a pylon back here, or something. Ooh, look at who's double expanding, though. Somicron is. Somicron said, "You're right, Falcon. I should have additional bases besides the hatcheries inside my main." Excellent job there. Going for the additional hatches there. Probably could stand to make a couple more queens to help with that. The more queens you have, the better, honestly, in this stage of the game. Look at this probe scouting back here. He will notice the base went down. Not doing much with it, though. How are the injects? Not bad. Not bad here from Somicron. Not horrendous. About 15 energy on that queen. These guys long distance mining. Is there really only one queen on the map right now? Yeah. There's a queen on the map right now. Not great. The other problem is these Zerglings are useless. As a Zerg player, what you got to do is make an army when you need an army. If you're planning on attacking with Zerglings, sure, make a ton of Zerglings. If you need to defend with Zerglings, sure, make a bunch of Zerglings. But if you're going to make a bunch of Zerglings and have them sit out here in the middle of the map doing literally nothing, that is bad. At least have them running around checking for expansions, running over here to check for potential third bases, looking for ninjas, looking for maybe warp prisms that are going to try to show up and kill your stuff. But sitting right here does you no good. No favors at all. In fairness, Somicron's APM is currently 16. So perhaps he does not have the APM to spare on his Zerg army, which is understandable. This is how we get better. Is by practice and repetition and whatnot. What I'd be interested to see is Old Smelly throw up a pylon back here and just start warping in units. It probably wouldn't work very well, but that's okay. Old Smelly, man, finally got a robotics facility. He's making it immortal. All right, man, pro tip for Old Smelly. If you've seen nothing but a million Zerglings from your opponent, don't make immortals. Get something that does splash damage like Colossus or Disruptors. Disruptors are hard to control at this level, but Colossus would be incredible. He's also got a Twilight Council, with which he could get Blink. Again, Blink, hard for these lower level players to control. Here we go. Here we go. Is this enough Link? No, it's mostly Baneling here. I think the Stalkers can just eat these shots, honestly. Look at them. Look at them just eat the shots. Oh, you can't all get in. Yeah, that was, I mean, a couple Stalkers died, but that's every one of the Banelings that Somicron had is toast. It's gone right now. Resources lost 1,800 to 775 in favor of Old Smelly. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. It makes me feel crazy inside. That's what that sound is, by the way. So getting centrifugal hooks, increasing the HP count of Banelings as well as how much damage, well, how much speed they have, rather. Zerglings, and more Zerglings. And honestly, that's what you got to do here, is Zerglings, and more Zerglings. They don't have upgrades, mind you. They don't have anything but speed. But honestly, just straight up Zerglings against Stalker Zealot is going to be just fine if you have enough of them. We talk about this a lot. The counter to Stalker Immortal is Zergling. Ooh, look at that surround. Whoa! Somicron using the Zerglings to great effect there. Immortal down. Stalker's dying. We are looking at a 28 to 13 army supply in favor of Somicron at the 8.5 minute mark. We do have a forward pylon by Old Smelly at a potential third base location for Somicron. And back home, he's basically given up on the robotics facility. The Twilight Council is doing nothing as well. And going for a third base is Old Smelly, feeling exceptionally brave right now. Just incredibly brave. I like this from him. And Somicron says all the world's problems can be solved with Zerglings. He's getting upgrades for Zerglings. +1/+1 for those dudes. Zerglings actually kind of having some decent map control here. Right, center, bottom, top here, in case an army comes in from any of those directions. He will see them coming with pretty decent notice. That's when the attack is going to get here. You know what'd be amazing is Dark Templar. Dark Templar warping into this would be incredible, but you need a Dark Shrine for that. Don't tell me this isn't immortal. Old Smelly, if at first you don't succeed with Stalker Immortal, keep doing Stalker Immortal till the end of time. And he's getting Blink. Blink doesn't help. Blink doesn't help against Zerglings. They're so fast. You blink away, they're on top of you. Blinking against Roaches and Ravagers, really good. You can dodge Corrosive Biles. You can blink away from Roaches. They can't really catch you when you do that. It's fantastic. Oh no, the forward pylon got found. It got found by this Zergling, and now it will die. Eventually, mind you. This Zergling does have the +1 attack. Wait, does it? No, it doesn't have it yet. It is like 50% complete. This Zergling has no attack upgrades. It will take 47,000 hits to accomplish anything. Observer here says, hey, there's a million Zerglings on the ground. What should I make? Immortals, apparently. Dang old smelly. This is why this is Into the Void. This is lower level stuff. If you want your game to be cast on Into the Void, I promise not to make fun of you too much. Send me your bronze, silver, and gold level replay to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. I'll give you tips. I will give you pro tips. And not that I'm a pro or anything, but I do have some tips to offer to lower level players, and you can benefit from that. That Zergling is so proud of himself. Look at him. Look at him skipping around. Whee! I took down a pylon. Whee! Sounds like a horse or something. All right, now Somicron, you need to go for something else, man. Lingbane is amazing in a lot of situations, but eventually it's not going to work anymore because none of that stuff can shoot up. And eventually the Protoss player is going to say, you know what I need is Void Rays or like carriers or something that you really can't do anything about with Lingbaneling. He does have an infestation pit, and he is going for a hive, so maybe he's just rushing directly for, I want to say, Ultralisks? Be fun. Be fun to see Ultras. The problem with making Ultralisks is you just validated the existence of these Immortals if you do that. So maybe don't go Ultras. I don't know. Adrenal Glands, 34 Zerglings on the way. It's 65 to 52 Harvesters. Somicron really droning up fairly well. 65 for the 11-minute mark is not bad. Really not bad. APM still around 16, 30 or so. Old Smelly APM not that great either. But third base saturated for Old Smelly. He believes in Immortals is what he does. Yeah, the Zerglings at some point when they have Adrenal Glands and whoa! All right. If you're gonna have a million Banelings being made at the same time, you could probably break this front with that. That is my suggestion. And Somicron knows it. He really hates Banelings, I'm sure, as a Terran player. And he's going to use them to full effect against the also hated Protoss. Alright, where everybody's dead. Just all the buildings are dead. This Nexus is probably dead too, but if you're going to absorb on Stalkers, yeah, that could have been better. That could have been better. Zergling's getting into that mineral line, causing some problems. Coming from the backside as another attack. We are doing the sandwich maneuver again here from Somicron. Look at his positioning. Brings him from the south, brings him from the north, get us around on these guys. Doing pretty well. Probes forced to fight at the same time. The Stalkers are not doing super well at this, but if the Probes sacrifice their lives, the Stalkers do better. And somehow that worked out for Old Smelly a little bit. He kept his third base. It is still 65 to 45 Harvesters, which is real bad. These Overlords came over because they had a rally point up with the Zerglings. That is one thing you have to learn as a Zerg player, is to rally your Overlords elsewhere. So when you select your hatcheries and make Overlords, at that point you have all those eggs selected. If you just right click somewhere else, like right here or right here, some safe location, they will rally somewhere other than the default rally position for the hatchery. Whoa, extra macro hatches coming up. Another base for Somicron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth base for Somicron. Sixth base for Somicron. He rightly recognizes that Old Smelly belongs in Into the Void. Old Smelly 100% belongs in Into the Void. All right, so infestation pit done, hive done. What else are we doing here, Somicron? Somicron, what are we looking at? Literally nothing. Literally no higher tech at all. No Spire. Getting +3/+3 for his Lings. He might just win this game with Zergling, which is kind of my dream, honestly. They got Adrenal Glands and 2/2. These Stalkers are just fearful. They are fearful for their lives. They don't have any armor upgrades, which is a problem for them. This third base is going to die. There's really no saving it. This is good positioning, though, actually. Not bad from Old Smelly. You can't get surrounded by Zerglings. You're going to do a lot better than if you get surrounded by Zerglings. But guess what? Backdoor approach. Once again, coming in from the top side, coming in from the right side now. Really understanding the concept of surrounding the Zerglings very well is Somicron. He's an advanced level student. Zergling's trying to run through and just get into the main base. Good blink, actually. Decent blink on the Zerglings that try to get inside the main base. These guys are here to go. They have a vengeance. And they have an agenda against these probes. Every single probe is gonna die. Kaba, kaba, kaba. Stalker fight. Yum, yum, yum. And that's it. That's all she wrote for that Ling attack. That said, the army supply is 42 to 56. Old Smelly has a bigger army, but it's not the right army. It's not the correct army. 26 slings and 20 more banelings in production here for Somicron. He's got this one queen running around injecting in all of these hatcheries inside the main base. 4 hatcheries live here. 4 hatcheries. Banelings ready to rock. They are 2/2 banelings. They are mean. They are mad. Pushing out his old smelly. Yes, this is what you have to do if you're a Protoss player. Push out. Put some pressure on your Zerg opponent. Make them feel like they have to defend. It's harder for them to attack you if they feel like they have to defend. Now, the problem is these Immortals. If these Immortals were 2 Colossus, I think Somicron would just be dead. Oh, are we base racing it then? You're just going to let this Protoss army walk in and murder all your stuff? Yes. All right, Baneling bust on the front. Cybernetics core down. Shield battery likely down here as well. Baneling's not quite sure what to do with their lives. Some of them almost got into the probe line, but not really. Yeah, we're officially base racing here. It's going to be Zerglings with adrenal glands and almost 3/3 versus this Protoss army getting inside the main base, getting inside the natural base. 62 lings in production for Somicron, though he might honestly be able to hold this just with a pure 62 Zergling play. That said, they're all walking in. See that? See how they rallied in past the Stalkers and got shot while they were coming on in here? Yep. Zerglings taking down gateways. Zerglings going after Nexus. This is all that the buildings are left for Old Smelly. I can see them all on this map right now. And he can't win the base race is the problem. His army is too slow. His army is strong. I'll give him that. His army is strong. More Zerglings coming in trying to do stuff. Oh, look at this. The bad rally. If they can't get to their rally, they'll run around aimlessly and just get picked to death. And Old Smelly loses his final building back here. And the Zerglings win the base race handily. And honestly, Old Smelly, one bit of advice for the Old Smelly. These Immortals, I understand, 25 and 16 kills. I get that. Colossus would have had like 100 kills each. They would have had like 100 kills each. They just would. Resources lost here, 17,800 for Old Smelly, 16,200 for Somicron. And yeah, the base race was won by the +3, yep, 3/3 Zerglings with adrenal glands. Nothing that can shoot up was made by Somicron, except for Queens. Except for Queens. I thought for sure he'd go for Ultras, or he just got Hive to go for 3/3 and adrenal glands. Makes me so happy. This would never, ever work at the higher levels of StarCraft, just because a good Protoss player would be like, 1 Colossus, and suddenly all your Zerglings are dead. That's okay. That is all right. Old Smelly will learn. If you are Old Smelly, or you know who he is, forward this video to him and we'll have a talk. We'll have a chat. But fun one. Pretty good pressure consistently from Somicron. Good surrounds. Good wraparounds with his lings at all times. Pretty good decision to base race, recognizing that your bases are spread out. This is a fairly slow-moving army from Old Smelly, and you know where his buildings are, and they're not defended very well. Yeah, base race was the correct choice there. And that's it. That's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
And so you must run, and it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live. You can love. just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on. Looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, and you're running into the void. You go searching